How to read someone's body language instantly. For some purpose, all people may need definitely consider reading people's minds. You recognize that it's pretty straightforward to grasp what folks are holding back simply by reading their visual communication. We, humans, obtain uncountable visual communication signs that we tend to be consciously apprised of. So, while not dawdling from now on, let's get into the 8 nice psychological tips to browse someone's body language. 1. Crossed arms. People are typically seen with crossed arms and even with crossed legs that powerfully indicate that the person isn't into what the speaker is speech communication. The listeners might fake that they're attentive and ready to perceive clearly, but visual communication is what speaks the reality. According to psychologists, once someone crosses arms and legs, it indicates the mental, physical, and emotional occlusion of the person from this situation. The foremost attention-grabbing factor is that this is often not intentional, that is why it's thus evolution. 2. Leaning forward. This is conjointly another oftentimes used visual communication. The only approach of coding this is often, the nearer you get, the a lot of interested you're. This posture implies that she is inquisitive about the subject on that the discussion goes on. If leaning forward is combined with a real smile and strenuous, it's a clear thanks to agree non-verbally. Positive postures by the attender throughout a communication might trigger the speaker's high-spiritedness, and she would feel that the person listening over is receptive, friendly, and really approachable. 3. Frequent glances at the clock isn't a good sign. During a voice communication, if one tends to appear at the clock oftentimes, then there is multiple reasons, like perhaps she isn't interested, needs to terminate the voice communication shortly, or doesn't perceive abundant that's being aforesaid. A positive approach to the current action could also be that she is in a very hurry. 4. Stepping back is not a good sign. When you reprove an individual and if the beholder fleetly steps back, then that usually means what you say at that time has created them uncomfortable, or they're not fascinated by that topic, and that they need to return out of the case. This behavior extremely demotivates the speaker, they feel rejected typically. If the speaker expertise this conduct, they principally wouldn't open up themselves before of that specific person within the future. 5. Crinkles only with a real smile. When individuals smile, their face could lie, however the eyes don't. Authentic smiles continually reach the eyes, which ends up increasing the skin to make crow's feet on the person's face. Often, individuals smile simply to cover their thoughts, feelings, and emotions. To know whether or not an individual is really smiling or not, one ought to take a look towards their eyes and see if the viewer finds the crow's feet on the corners. If yes, then it's associate degree authentic smile, and if not, then there's a powerful likelihood of activity. 1 thing. 6. Eyes don't lie, they are the mirror of our inner soul. We all must have detected a minimum of once, look me within the eye once you check with me. Well, then let's discuss why we have a tendency to had to listen to this. Individuals can't lie whereas trying in someone's eye, however some individuals most frequently hold eye contact deliberately to win over others that they're speaking the reality even once they aren't. Most people maintain eye contact till a degree wherever it becomes uncomfortable. If the person you're talking with is absolutely still and doesn't blink, it's presumably that they're lying. 7. Raised eyebrows indicate discomfort. 3 primary emotions, namely worry, surprise, and worry, leading to raised eyebrows throughout a discussion. Generally, throughout unfavorable communications or heated arguments, there's no trace of worry, surprise, or fear, then that may mean that there's one thing funny. 8. Excessive nodding indicates their eagerness for approval. Generally, listeners to nod, it means they need to own a positive impact on the speaker. Positive within the sense that they need to convert the speaker that their agenda is crystal clear to them. Most listeners assume that if they are doing not oftentimes, the speaker would doubt their potential of following the directions, or the knowledge that's being delivered by the speaker isn't understood properly by the beholder. So, if somebody is unerect an excessive amount of, then it's higher to be uncertain concerning them.